to make up your own
No.
definition?
Not to make up your own definition. Yeah, well, that was basically, the case was that
Providing transportation to the public, operating on the road in New York State. Providing transportation to the public.
That's it. Doesn't say bicycles, buses, trains.
well, that's not what they're doing.
I know. Well, yeah.
So, up to this point, we've gotten that we don't have the authority to move on this, but now that we have this document, maybe we should have to forward this to our attorney. Any question about that?
No,
Okay.
no, I agree. No is no question.
You disagree? So, I don't think we can move right now until we move forward this to our attorney.
We do have one more bit of information with regards to having moved the equipment down to Shandaken. Sent us a letter requesting a schedule for the deposition of the equipment. And we will be supplying that letter deadline is Friday. We'll get it to Rob Stanley by then.
I have a question for you then.
Yes.
So if you're going to present the town with a schedule of what you're going to do?
Well, it's going to be a loose schedule because
I understand that. I
Okay.
understand. Big equipment. You can't just put it in your pocket.
Right.
So can we make that part of the permit?
You want to put a schedule on?
I want, if he's going to present a schedule to the town of what he's going to do, then we give him a permit.
Well, you gave us a tentative schedule, but this one's going to be a little more accurate, so.
It's probably going to be a little bit more vague, based on the fact that we don't have anywhere to go with the equipment. Everybody keeps saying, well, the county's got, 2 miles of track in Kingston. 2 miles of unprotected track. We already have a full train set down there with no yard to put it in, and one very short switch. The equipment has been vandalized numerous times already. The cars that we have here now, our scenic train, has glass windows, so those will probably last about 15 minutes in Kingston. And I'm not about to take, $500,000 worth of assets down to Kingston where there's no place to put it. The other problem is that there's a 60-day termination on our permit with the county. So for all practical purposes, we could spend $100,000, move all the equipment, and 60 days from now have the county terminate our permit. So at this point, we're looking at property in Kingston that could potentially be a yard, but we still have no solid agreements with anybody for purchasing and over construction, so whatever time frame that takes would be when we could possibly start to move the equipment.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else we can do besides move this along.
Keep moving it forward.
In opinion. And our next meeting, we should hopefully be able to make a decision.
Very good. Thank you.
May I speak?
Public hearing, right?
You let Mr. Jameson speak? I'd like
Well, it's
an
not
opportunity
private.
to speak.
Let's move on.
Is it something that you can send us?
Just a suggestion.
Go ahead.
I think that well, first of all, to say he didn't do anything illegal is, I think, not accurate. But in terms of moving forward, first of all, I would like to see a copy of that letter, if you don't mind. And I would suggest that if you get to the point where you feel it's appropriate to provide a permit, that you condition it on a specific date by which these things must be moved out, secured by a bond, so that if it should happen, against all odds, that these things are not moved and this railroad is no longer financially viable or responsible, that the town is not saddled with the expense of moving these items.
I think that
And again, may I see a copy of the letter?
Okay, so make a motion that we move this, send this new piece of information to our attorney for his advice, and then resume this our next meeting. Second for that.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Okay, the next application is Mr. Henry Stout.
Good evening.
Can you give us a summary of what you'd like to do?
I'd like to construct 10 cottages out back for members.
Will these be used all year round?
They're seasonal cottages.
Is there any type of heat in there at all?
Is there any type of heat in them?
Is there any heat at all in the cottage?
There's not any heat design in the cottages.
Water and septic?
Yes.
Yes.
The septic is into holding tanks. It's a pump and haul system.
8 of them will be that way. There's 8 up on the hill that will be holding tanks. 2 actually will build the septic systems that exist on the property now.
I should have color coded that.
Huh?
I should have color coded them. I didn't all the same.
The what?
I should have color coded them. The green ones are going to be pumped, the orange ones are going to be system. I just made them all.
Just kidding.
I'm sorry, could you say that again, Rex, the 8 up on the hill? Took me a minute just to find it.
Yep, so there are 8 up here, the yellow ones up here, they're going to be on a holding tank here and a holding tank here. 4 to a holding tank. There is a 9th one here that goes to the existing system for the Northern Lights Lodge, it's labeled. And then there's one more here that'll be tied into the system that we did just recently for the Streamside Cottage that's here. There's existing water already up to these cabins. There's existing electric there. So the only thing that would be a new thing would be the sewer.
And that's just a holding tank, you said?
And just holding tanks. Yep, just pump it out. Yep, as need be.
There's already something up there on the side of it.
There's an existing roadway that comes up and loops down. There's existing water that goes down that roadway. And there's electric up there. There's no cabins, right? Vacant land. Nope.
Is this like where the orchard used to be?
There are some apple trees up
Yeah,
there.
there's apple trees, yeah.
I used to call it the orchard.
Yeah, well, definitely.
If you're familiar with the
It's
property-
above that though. It's actually, the orchard, the apple trees are generally on the hillside there.
Right.
This
The
is
employee parking.
up against
Yeah,
the-
it's just up.
Yeah, okay.
So what did we say, there's 8 there and 1?
Yep. So a total of 10. Yep.
8, 1, 1. But they're all the same, they're all...
They're all the same style cabin.
Yeah, they're virtually the same. I mean, there might be slight design ETP for this.
The applications have been filed with the health department. I actually sat down with the health department yesterday, went over the plans, really no comments whatsoever. They're all on board. Did the same thing again with DEP today. And looks to be pretty good. They're gonna, do a more thorough review, but I don't see any issues.
How do you calculate how often they need to be pumped out?
Basically, the cabins are rated at 80 gallons a day. So the way the tanks have to be set up is basically half of the tank is actually for discharge, and then there's another half that's going to be set aside for storage, basically for an alarm level. So the alarm will go off. You'd still have basically triple, double the amount to pump out. So it's every 3 days would be halfway of occupancy. It's just a guess.
Going up Algeria Road from 28, the parking,
The
the
employee-
parking is on the right,
Correct.
behind that stop.
Yeah, so it's actually backed up from that on the hill.
So it's back and.
It's up on the left. As you
Yeah.
come around the turn, it's basically across the street from employee parking, up on it.
Oh, okay, because I know that that's your
On the
property
turns
also
before
on
the
the other
town.
side.
Will people be driving to these or walking to these?
The idea is, I don't think there's, our concept is utilizing existing parking. These are people who would already be on site. It's people who otherwise would be driving away rather than spending the night. So when they arrive, our concept is that we would drive them up in a golf cart, deliver them to their cottage, and then they'd be walking from that point. I'm not inclined to have cars up on there. Whether, would I be prohibited from doing so? I would hope not. But it's not the intention, it's not the design, it's not where the parking is.
You have like little roads that are going up there?
There's a road already going up there that's shown on plans, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And will there be lighting?
Yeah, there's lighting up there now. There's every 300, where the water and the power is, there's a pole and there's floodlights up there now. But the cottages are gonna be nice, so they'll have, sconces and so forth.
Right.
You said no heating, no wood stoves or anything in this?
Seasonal, yeah.
Warren suggested it's.
And that's the only way they actually can do holding tanks. Holding tanks cannot be utilized for full-time, like residents or anything, so it's gotta be seasonal, yeah.
So the holding tanks work similar to, let's say, something that might be on a travel trailer?
No, it's actually below ground, like a septic tank in ground, so it'll be a 2,000 gallon concrete tank in the ground, you won't see anything. The only thing will be, there'll be an alarm panel, so that when he gets to a certain level in the tank, he'll be notified that, hey, we're getting, close to the to be pumped out.
So is lot 26 also part of the?
There's two parcels that are involved with the actual application. So it's 28 and 30 the tax parcels. We do cross over, we did see that.
Thank you.
So parcel 3 is lot 29, and that's the wedge. So this is tax map number 29, that wedge. And then this wedge, which is the Morning Star Lodge, is actually tax parcel number 27. But those are unaffected by the application.
So these cabins are all new, these are not replacing.
Nope, brand new. Yep.
Assumed about the property line coming across between lots 27 and 25.1.
14 by 27.
I'm just wondering how close to that proposed cabin is down in southern part.
The,
Is there a survey of this?
yeah,
Ah,
so there actually is no property line, I think in that vicinity, it goes right across the road.
This box here is 2,500, right?
That's actually parcel 27, I believe. it's 20,
25 is further up.
yeah, yeah,
Just trying to get my bearings.
yes.
Well, this is,
So you've got, this one is 27,
okay.
this is 29, this wedge here, and then this whole thing here is 28, and this is a 30.
This is all 28.
Yep, that goes across the road, yep, yep. And then 30 basically goes to the center line of road.
And all added together, how many acres?
There's like 100 and, it's on the survey, I think it's like 116 or 120, something like that. It's over 100.
All the process combined.
All parcels combined, yeah. The one parcel's like 55, I think one's 55 and one's 52, I believe. It's right on the survey map.
Are all the cottages going to be the same size, 14 by 26?
Yes.
Yeah, there may be slight variations in the design. We're finalizing that, but that is the concept, that they're basically identical. The way the landscape is there, it'll look really beautiful. They'll be
I
talking-
know it slopes up.
It slopes up, and it's kind of a lean-to design. The roof slopes back towards the bank, and we'll have a little deck out in front.
Nice.
Yeah, they'll be very special. They'll be very beautiful.
So now, where are we in relation to the survey of the cabins to the north? So,
These cabins here, so property line is center line of road, and it just goes way up.
where's this one?
Oh, it's way, I mean, we're talking, way up, 90 acres. That's 50-some acres.
That would be my fault, I didn't want to shrink it down to show all the property lines, it's
I could, yeah, I could.
750 feet.
The nearest property line is on the other side, you can see over here, close to the other line, that little wedge that comes in there.
So according to the survey, the tax map is wrong there between 27 and 25, 21. You actually own between there, between those two lines.
I mean, see,
You actually own to the road here?
yes,
Tax map shows this lot and this lot adjoin each other. That's what had me confused.
oh, interesting. Yep, must be tax map chart wrong, too. See that? Oh, yeah, there's no wedge in there. Yep,
So when
so
I,
there's actually a,
so when I extended that line across, I was pretty close to that cabin, that's what concerned me, but this straightens it out.
Mhm.
So, and
Yep.
we could superimpose some of this on here as far as,
I put every property line I could on there, that I could fit on a 40 scale, so it wasn't confusing.
So your property goes beyond what's on this.
Oh, yeah, now, like I say, this parcel's 55 acres, I believe, so it goes way over and way up into the wood.
The survey gives you the full scope.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can certainly get copies,
Yeah,
put it in your files or whatever. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, just have this line here.
It certainly is a big enough piece of property, you don't have to be concerned about the percent of building coverage. So are we, we're not combining 30 and 20, are we?
Nope, just leave them just as they are.
So we're actually dealing with two lots.
Yeah, basically, eight of the cabins are on one lot,
On
and
lot 30.
the other two are on lot 28.
8 cabins are on lot 30, 2 are on lot 28.
Now, would you build them all at once or just wait and see?
No, the objective is to have these completed by, in an ideal world, by Memorial Day, 2017.
You're not going to build one or two and see how it goes?
No, sir,
Might as well build them all.
the thing is that from a little more background on what's going on here. From a business point of view, it's critical that we capture that revenue from those people who are already on site, who wish they could stay on site. And so the objective here is to get this done.
So are you saying,
Probably building in the month of April,
so
ideally.
you're saying like when you have a wedding there and people want to stay, you didn't have the
We don't have enough rooms.
room for them to stay?
That's
so
correct.
then you'll have
That's
this
correct.
tech cabin.
That's correct. In my business, accommodations are really one of the few actual profit centers. Everything else is kind of break-even scenario. So to be able to capitalize on that will help us secure our business.
I've been up there. How many units do you have now?
38. 38 current.
Got a nice view from up there, probably. Huh?
It will be stunning. Yeah, no, there's unobstructed view across the valley. It'll be like nothing else in the area. It really will be very special. I mean, it's relatively simple. We have the utilities there. We have the parking down below. The people are already on site. The construction is a simple build, lean-to style roof. I have been in touch with a contractor who's confident he can put them up in 4 weeks. And we'll fit them out, and they'll be sold out.
I'm just curious. They ever used to ski up in there?
Yeah. There's a little shack on the left.
Right.
Before that, we called it the Skeeto Shack.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they did. They had there used to be a big old Ford motor in there that we pulled out, a bunch of pulleys, and God knows what. Yeah. It's a little fantasy of mine. Put a little rope go back in there someday. It'd be fun.
This water line continues on past all this?
Yes.
It does another
300 feet, did you say?
another 600 feet.
600 feet.
Yeah.
Where are we with the, just in the AE zone for flooding?
They are not proposing anything in any portion of the flood. 1%, 2%, 1%. It approaches
The
on
property
the
rolls up.
fireside lodge, but no structure on his property. It's in the floodplain. That's usually the second thing I check. First is to make sure we're looking at the right parcel. You'd be surprised.
So there'll be no issues with the cottages, they won't have like fire pits outside of them or anything along those lines, or just strictly lodging?
Strictly lodging. Yeah.
Any questions? Alice?
Nope. He's got it covered, yeah.
Yes, okay.
John? Okay, so we have this, application, we've got this checklist, we've got the short form.
It's pretty good.
We'll have to send it to the county plans board, if it's,
It is within 500 feet of the county line, I guess.
so Ann, could you send this on to the county? And something DEP and from
Yep.
Ulster County Health.
We have need for public hearing officially, so maybe could we schedule that for the next?
Oh, yeah, no.
Story?
So,
What's the date of that?
Next.
March,
We-
early March.
Yeah.
the second Wednesday, right?
Okay.
So is there a motion to put this to a public hearing for our next meeting?
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, who's second? One of these two gentlemen. Oh, he meant.
Alice picked one.
Take one.
It's actually the same date, 8th of March
Oh,
will be our next one.
I'm sorry, because there's
28
28
days,
days.
so it'll be 8th of March. And what time are we gonna have it?
6:45.
6:45.
Yeah, that worked out good.
You don't have to read that meeting.
Yeah.
6:45.
Running late.
want us to send out an email on Monday, we'll let you know at 6:45? Okay? We'll make it over that, that's fine.
Okay, Henry, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good night.
I didn't see you there.
How you doing, Sam?
Painless. All right, thank you.
Yes, it is, thank you. I was gonna forget that, that would be bad.
Okay, Sam, do we have a report for the county planning board?
Well, there hasn't been much the last 2 months, I think, from Shandaken to the county planning board. Most contentious issue has been lately a couple of things. Village of New Paltz is now trying to extend the moratorium that they've had for some time. They keep extending a moratorium whenever they seem to get into a difficult place with a Route 32 gateway. That was not met favorably by the county planning board to do again a moratorium as opposed to just dealing with the issue that they had. A few months ago, the town of New Paltz was doing something like that, which is probably going to go to litigation with CVS and Five Guys because it seemed pretty clear that they wanted to do a moratorium to undo 2 years of conversation. So it was interesting lessons learned for those two. And Kingston, with the Irish Cultural Center,